Alrighty, everybody. I think we are live. I thought it was a 49 versus 49. It's 36 versus 36. Go ahead and get everything rolling. There we go. 25 seconds till the ball drop. I am your host tonight, Smithers. I was waiting for 30 or more players to show up. I went downstairs to grab a couple drinks. And then they flipped the map, and I was like, oh, okay, we're going to go. It's 36 versus 36 now, 49 versus 49. Mamma mia. No worries. We're all good. Got a truck right here down below. Now we're going to have SME as the middle point here. Church, and this is versus Bad Intentions, not Baddies of the North. Hopefully that everything's okay with Baddies of the North. We have transport truck. Everything looks good. Don't see any snipes. Don't see any Rocketeers on the border, so maybe both sides have agreed to no snipes for this one. You know, in these friendly matchups, you kind of don't have to worry about that little snipe stuff. Just want to duke it out right there in the middle. Everybody begins piling on out. Opening strafing run called in. Now the Allies usually have camp advantage on SME Church. Actually, both sides ran their strafing runs, both commanders. Commanding tonight for the Axis is St. Pepsi, a veteran of the Hell Let Loose community. He knows his way around a supply truck, as they say. And the Allies, surprisingly, don't have many bodies at the church. Axis are going to take advantage of this and start to get some cap weight. We got the 75 back here, but the 75 really doesn't have much support right now. Sometimes you do see the Allies slam a Stewie over here to the left in this little pocket corner of the church, but not tonight. BNT deciding to go with a little bit of a different loadout. Supply truck down to the south from Commander St. Pepsi, bull rushing it across the border. May have one extra box after placing that garrison down to the south, and maybe going for fourth. Renegados maybe playing for the steamroll here. Jordan, Arzev, satchel's been placed on the opposite side. Still cooking. The 75 takes care of the church. And wow. Renegados will take care of the church right off the opening. All right. First cap goes to the Axis on SME Church. Recon plane going up. We got the Puma over here to the back line, coming up behind the medium. And the Puma is... There it is, the Puma. Puma takes one side shot. Zipping around the Stewie. Oh, trying to shove the Stewie. Yeah, it's... Unfortunately, that's not going to just work out, buddies. Stewie held their ground. Commander St. Pepsi over to the back line, gets the garrison placed. Nobody noticed him, I don't think. And there we have it. Renegados will have that garrison over here to the rears. And they're going to be... I'm kind of curious how many bodies they're going to throw at this. The Stewie's going to go for a little joyride. POV of the Stewie. Stewie takes one rocket to the front. Oh, no, another rocket. Finishes him off. Okay, fourth point is artillery battery. We got some presence up here from the north to the BNT. I mean, BNT just... I mean, maybe they just got a little bit overwhelmed in the beginning, that's all. Plenty of time to recover. Bitcoin up in the church. Looks like he's going to have some company with New Order. No, maybe not. 75 in a nice safe position. Commander will be over here. Negat squad falls. Leaking off that garrison to the back. Crazy Boots, Mongos, 30 seconds to die, Manza Joe. Kapka over there. Manza Joe. Oh, no, Yevesen. Waiting there for him. Preto takes care of Kapka. I mean, BNT has a lot of bodies up here to the north. Most of them are, well, a good chunk of them are out of sector right now. Maybe just a few, not too many. Garrison's still alive in the background, right over here. Panzer IV waiting in the alleyway, not getting too aggressive. Campo, Terry, Death Vice. Papa Bear Baker. Death Vice with the MG. Nope. 75 coming over here to the middle. Negat squad. Keanu patrolling around to the rears, trying to figure out maybe what's going on back there. Allied 75 is pushed up to the left side of the church. And Renegados has not been able to get some more bodies back to the church, or at least inside of... They're all on the outside. Two Panzer IVs active, trying to knock out this medium. Now, when a Panzer IV is usually situated on this road, that's when we do see AT players set up an AT gun, maybe by checkpoint down here. They can launch shells straight south to north and knock them out. Panzer IV gets another round in. They're going to back up and repair. Caparcos goes back in favor of the Axis, and we do have a Panzer IV that's pushing. Leather Kite, Canutu, and Recodecito. No, they fire a little bit short. Panzer IV. Bombing run. Falls in front of him. And the 75 is taken care of. Rocket from the top. We got Papa Bear Baker up here. Looking for maybe one more. Papa Bear Baker. Oh, no, not it. I think he hit the window. Oh, no. He thought he had the angle, but he ended up just blasting himself. Oh. Papa Bear Baker. Counter bombing run coming in from BNT. Go do a quick comparison here off the opening. See how everything's working out. Pretty even so far, nothing too crazy. Death Vice leading the frags, Ben number 2, Sanchez number 3. We'll see how this develops over the next couple minutes or so. Artillery is not active for both sides. Keep that in mind. That's why we don't see anything for there. No arty frag so far. Once again, Panzer IV is on the main road. Got to see if the AT gun gets placed down to the south. Molly, Theo Millie, getting some repair action on him. No. And the Allies lose a precious medium 75 to be used for this offense. Well, let's see if they can rebound up here to the north with the infantry. Got some solid Rocketeers on BNT. POV of Terry. And Renegados surprisingly doing a really good job of maintaining control of the cap without anybody being inside the circle. Really good sector control. Garrison did get taken down over here to the back. Panzer IV takes one rocket. Trying to back up in the alleyway. Will we see any more Rocketeers? Don't think so. I think they're okay to repair. Default trucks start to get destroyed. Papa Bear Baker. A little bit of a ricochet there. Papa Bear Baker's going to load up another one here. And Panzer IV still good. First 76 is on the board for the Allies coming over here. We got a Stewie in support. Backline looks okay. Jig Squad still the wild card. Benico over there to the rears. There's the Jumbo 76 looking to lay hate. Looking to deal these Panzer IVs some punishment. Show them that the big boy's in town. There he is. Nixter. John Foreskin. And Vampire Gnome. Line up a shot. Looks like it a little bit short, maybe. Panzer IV maybe diving behind the walls of the road. Panzer IV gets a side shot in. 76 fires back. Panzer IV still up. We can see that faint little highlight. Oh! Jumbo! A little bit unsure of its position. Panzer IV hits the tree. Oh, doggy. It's close. Nixer's going to repair here. Panzer IV is not going to push this one. Renegados starts to get some pressure on fourth with literally just one bluebird. Eogana. No garrison established by Jig Squad. Oh, this Panzer IV is going to try to push. Let's go get a P with the Panzer IV. They're trying to take advantage of the situation. The 76 is double repairing, though. Oh! Panzer IV, I don't think they have a good shot. Ricochet off the side. Victorios jumps out. Oh, it's gunned down immediately. The Panzer IV will be nice and safe. Satchel placed on the church. Panzer IV is going to need to back up. Down she goes. Airhead was called in. Okay, I heard it, but okay. Commander St. Pepsi dropping that one to the very, very far northeast. Strafing runs coming up to help support it. Let's go check out the Airhead approach. Keanu. Gangan. Rocket from Gangan. Does he hit it? Nope. A little bit short. And Renegados may get a small wave up. There it is. Oh, Gangan. No, he misses. It goes right in between all of them. Oh. Oh, man. Did it hit contact with all of that, bro? Oh, you probably can't believe it. Oh. So many targets and it goes right on through them. Oh. Brutal. Oh, man. Oh, man. What luck. Craziness. Oh, I can't believe that rocket. Damn, man. Zipped right in the middle. Maxine Nadar going over here toward 4th. Takes out Keanu. Crazy boots. Airhead's still alive and well. Got multiple SLs now coming off of it. It's not too big of a problem yet. They're stuck in sort of a corner. They are getting some cap weight. Remember, if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to take a second and hit that like button if you could, please. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop those in chat. And if you're interested in competitive Hell Let Loose, you can check out the Discord link in the video description, where you can sign up as a console or PC recruit today. Panzer IV back here. Papa Bear Baker. Jay Dunn. Blast one to the shotgun over here to the back. No satchel, though, for the Panzer IV. Still good. Jay Dunn checks inside the church, goes outside. Does he have a satchel? Oh, he's got to fend off some blueberries. Oh, he nails the Corasato. With his last breath, Zorn jumps out. Rocket, no! Nails Zorn. That rocket came in from chart. Let's go take a look. Bombing run is on its way. This is a Renegados bombing run. Commander St. Pepsi looking to get jiggy with it here on artillery battery. Bot Yuri's going to take a big chunk of that bombing run. Going to have to chew on that back in the redeploy screen, everybody. Cap progress stalls. Garrison is established. Right now it's manageable for the Allies. Not looking too shabby. Same Araglese. A little chunk of raspberries around it. Shogun. Here with the MG. Airhead plane was called in. That's going to be landing right inside the church. Remember, for those new players out there that may not know about this, on SME, you can drop an Airhead right inside the church. That's what exactly the enemy commander is doing right now. There's the Airhead right here. Falling right down below. And we'll follow the Airhead right on in. These physics can only be found in the world of Helios. Here we go. And through the church top we go, everybody. Perfect. Lands right below. And now they get spawn on it. Raspberries around. Make sure to protect. Let's see how big of a wave BNT commits here. Nestled right inside. Ghana over here to the left. Faithful Sloth wins a key 1 versus 1. Spawn wave. Any second. Okay, we got three. We got three. Camp progress begins. Panzer IV down below. BNT is pretty much dealt with the majority of the back line. Doesn't look too shabby. Panzer IV is going to repair over there to our right. Oh, this is weird. The camo didn't show up correctly. I was looking at it going, what am I looking at? '75's rolling up towards the church. St. Pepsi's down to the far south, checking everything out. Another kite here, looking at his dead tiger. Taken out up here to the north on the road. Looks like it was by infantry. Judging by the bit of a odd position, as I don't think you see any allied tanks. Made a little bit of a aggressive move, but just didn't pay off. Precision strike called into SME. This will be a Stuka landing up here. Now, notoriously on Smithers cast, Stukas have not fared too well. Oh, the 75 is relocated far over. Stuka does get the carcass. And the allies will not... the Stuka will not be able to... Or the allies will not be able to redeem that destroyed 75 at their local local scrapyard. You know, every time they, after the game, which you'll see... Oh, 75 is engaging the P4. P4 is trying to push off. Stalls. 75 is a little bit of an awkward position here. Chart below the truck. Guns down one of the crew members. 75 pulls forward for an easy shot. There we go. Alrighty. The Panzer IV goes bump up and do it. Okay, so Nixter, John Forskin, and Vampire Reganome will head on back. Satchel goes off in the church and completely clears it. Camp progress goes back in favor of Renegados. Artillery batteries all clear, although BNT did not find that garrison. Up to the north, everybody. Then Renegado still has the option to flex bodies up to the north, which they do. They bring in one SL right now. They're going to take it slow and steady, and they're probably like, oh my gosh, BNT didn't find it. I can't believe it. 76 over here to the back, taking some rockets. Victorios. Satchel's already been placed on the booty. Oh, Theo, Billy, Redbeard, and Molly are going to go ba-ba-ba-do-yo. The Jumbo's taking care of a little bit of vengeance for that Tiger crew up to the far north. We got a second Tiger, or next Tiger's pushing up to the Type Yellow Road. We got a Panzer IV coming on Middle HQ. And supply truck by St. Pepsi down to the far south. Looking to maybe get up some garrisons in this wide open blue zone here. Light vehicle marked. Cleaned up. Oh no, that's a 75. Alright, so the Allies lose a 76 and a 75 over here to the rears. Terry, chart, power chemist. Big spawn wave. One outpost leaked here. Commanding tonight for the Allies is Will B. And like I mentioned before the Axis, it's a St. Pepsi. Now, Bitcoin can get his outpost up here to the top. Let's see if he does place it. I think it's in the other room. Taking his time. Looking out the windows. Wilby approaches from down below. Let's see how Commander Wilby approaches the situation. Here's the gunshots go off. Slowly peaks. I guess Satchel's cooking maybe. Or is that a flare? I think it was a flare, judging by the glow of the stairs. Wilby! No! Manza Joe will give it a shot. Manza Joe's out like, I'll get this bloke. Oh, he takes him down. Just bull rushes him straight up there. Love it. How serious is it? We just have a few. Yeah, it's very manageable for BNT. We'll be ganging. Coming back here. Minnesota up to the top. Allies doing a good job of setting up spawn points all around here. Many options available. Axis committing one P4 over to the back for the front line. We do have a little bit of a weird shape thing going on where we have blueberries down to the south. Axis, or sorry, we have raspberries down to the south. Blueberries pushing the key front door area of SME. Panzer IV is now working their way around to the back. And they could have a chance to help mop all this up. Oh, and a satchel goes off and clears the courtyard. This Panzer IV is circling around to get to 75. Yep, they're in prime position. One round about to go to the back. Yep. There we go. Nixter jumps out, gets gunned down immediately. And the Panzer IV is going to clean this up. Yepers. There we have it. That's the icing on the cake. A little bit of zip to the bottom, up to the north. You got yourself some beautiful fried chicken. Garrison established down below, but they did not get the garrison. It is still alive and well. Jay Dunce over here gets one rocket in. Jay Dunce looking for number 2 for the engine. Gets the engine, and now it's just a piece of cake. Here we go. Oh, Jay Dunce cleans it on up. Nice job, buddy. There you go. Jay Dunce checking out the building. Looks everything's okay. So far, we've seen just one cap tonight, everybody. With Renegados capping first here on SME Church. Goes against thousands and thousands of years of Hell Let Loose history, where the Allies have usually capped first. But tonight, Renegados is not about the history. They're about the future. And they see in all future matches, like this one, that the Axis are going to be the ones to cap SME Church first. Slowly scanning everything around here. That's what you got to do on maps like SME. So many spots where the enemy can hide. So many. Remember, the POV is always going to be off a little bit. It's not perfect. So don't think that all these players that I get POVs of are looking through walls. Be off. It could be offset by a little chunk. Even myself, when I get my POV, it looks like I'm offset through walls. And if you think I'm hacking, I got some waterfront property in Arizona I would like to sell you. Nick MD, TTV, Dunce, Jay Dunce. I don't think anybody's in the building. Look at that angle right there. Watching the stairs, man. Ready to go. Holds. I don't think Jay Dunce is coming near. Let's check out the... Yeah, I'm still got a very mixed map right now. And remember, in a 36 versus 36, it's just as nature intended, how you're not going to be able to cover the full map. There's going to be spots open, creating this very unequal line. The key thing about these matches is, though, that you gotta be able to respond. Smaller, gotta respond so quickly. You have to have really good discipline for you gotta have really good callback percentages. As if you don't, then the enemy's gonna take full advantage of that. Got a POV of Ben. In bigger matches, you have a much more robust roster, more people to depend on. But in a 36 versus 36, not so much. Panzer IV down the other way here. Cap progress comes in on 4 just a little bit. Just a couple blueberries. Renegados not able to fully commit here. They did lose the garrison up to the north. And it's just a little bit of a probing action, and B&T has to be like, okay, alright, we'll send some people back to help deal with it. It's more of a nuisance right now versus anything serious. Jay Dunce tonight with the hot hand on those long-range rockets. Terry guns down a few here in the courtyard. Airhead called in. All right, maybe Commander St. Pepsi will make me eat my words. Telly here. Oh, did jump on top of the 76. It got a satchel on. John Foreskin. Vampire Gnome. No. 76. Yep, they're going to go bubba-do here in just a moment. Satcheliers, man. And Ellie's going to get the garrison. Yep. Crazy Boots is rocking. Unfortunately, flew right overhead, and the 76 goes bubba-dooey. Just like that. Second, everybody. Let me just go ahead and update the stream real quick. Six versus 36. There we go. Perfect. Let me just change my stream info here. Perfect. Okay, good. Now it's good. The Airhead did get taken out, so will not be successful for the Axis. On the PC side, for those of you joining from the console scene, it's much... The PC side, it's much louder. On the console side, it's so quiet. It's like the flutter of a butterfly flying across the sky, man. And I could totally see why on the console scene it is missed so much. Totally possible. Odencito jumping out here, scanning for a satchel, satisfied. Either that or it was inspecting the wax job he did on it earlier. You know, some players will spend at least a couple hours before the match detailing their tanks. Bringing a vacuum, making sure everything outside is clean. Then they'll use, I think they like to use, what's the car brand? Meguiar's, that's right. Tend to use Meguiar's car wash for their tanks. You'll see them in HQ just putting on coat after coat of Meguiar's car wash. The waterless one, because they don't have access. I think in HQs you may not notice, but they don't have water pump access, as opposed to you might have like your front of your house. But in the HQ, there's no, unfortunately, there's no hoses and stuff they can hook it up to. So they use the waterless wash. Make sure that everything looks good, because the last thing you want to do is when your tank is shown on stream, man, like people go, oh man, look at they got a little dirt, like a little dirt right there, a little smudge. They're not taking care of their tanks. You know, same goes with players and cleaning out their rifles before matches as well. Like Pyrochemist here. Rumor has it he spends over 4 hours cleaning his M1 Garand before jumping into the game. That's why his shots are always true. One little tip for competitive Hell Loose players, everybody. Pyrochemist takes out one. 2. 48 minutes left to go, everybody. Pretty simple game. Nothing too crazy yet. The backline pushes have been dealt with. The airheads have been found. The tanks have been getting satcheled, as is tradition. I don't think the frags are too much different either. No, pretty damn even. Axis with a slight advantage. Oh. Tiger's getting into some spicy territory here, looking for that allied tank down the road. Crazy Boots going to take advantage of it. Crazy Boots, oh! Crazy Boots. Will be over there to the back of artillery battery, making sure everything's okay. Swift. Oh, Swift got stuck on top. Oh, look at Swift go. Oh, we get shot at the last second. Oh, and a rocket from Kingdom ED. Or rocket from Crazy Boots takes out Kingdom ED as I was looking. No satchel was placed. Everything looks okay. Oh, man, that had to be... That was so close, man. That was so close. Oh. $75 down below. Dr. Doof. Tiger ricochets off the top of the 75. More rockets towards the Tiger Architect. Satchel goes off on the church. Tiger's still able to cover this entire road, though. We do have a Panzer IV pushing up to the top along Pizza Slice. Trying to figure out a way to help the infantry. Baker Squad going back there to find the enemy supplies. Jig Squad has a chance. As a normal SL can put up a garrison back there. Rocco asks, is there a limit on the rules for tank squads on 36 vs 36? Never played this format. Oh, no. 36 vs 36, you can do whatever you want. Teams have a whole bunch of different combinations that they like to use when it comes to... Oh, hold on. We have a tank over here to the back. 75 is stuck around to the rears. Redbeard, Millie, and a rocket to boot. And then 70 Tigers at an awkward angle. No, they can't turn. And the 75 comes out ahead. What a big flanking takedown from Redbeard, Molly, and Millie. Nice job there, buddies. All right, now can Bad Intentions take advantage of this? Rocket from Quintino. 75 is going to keep moving around. Rocket to the turret, not to the engine. 75 will be just fine for the moment. They take care of Quintino. Precision strike called an artillery battery on that garrison on front door. But yeah, back to your question, buddy. The 36 vs 36 format, you could do anything you want. Teams have a variety of different rosters. You could do, yeah, you could do anything. It all depends on how many people want to play tank. There's a... It's always good, though, to have at least a couple backups in your tankers. Your team... Oh, the rocket finishes off the 75. Okay, that'll take care of that, and suddenly the point goes a little bit quiet. B&T, though, with a solid front door pressure still. Garrison down to the south, half-track place to the west by St. Pepsi. Reinforce was dropped on artillery battery. I guess it got serious while we were looking at that Tiger. Marcelo Barros says, say hello to Brazil, Mr. Smithers. Hello to Brazil. Can I get a Papa Dewey from Brazil? I still got to get my passport. My green card. Actually, I think I deserve a green card at this point. Don't deserve just a passport. I mean, come on. I got to be able to go to Rio de Janeiro and get myself a nice little house. Wake up and eat fresh IC bowls every day. Yeah, pretty sweet. But yeah, so 36 versus 36. Every team has their own type of roster layout. You'll see a couple main tank crews, usually 2 main tank crews. And then they'll have bonus tankers that aren't that great, but they can use the tank in an efficient manner. That's what you want. You want a good amount of... You want a good depth to that. Mixture, John Foreskin, Vampire, Hanome. Splashing out there. Everything looks good for bad intentions. They've dealt with all the different backline threats that Renegados has had. Excel, Lord Barst. That Fate Evil, the Fate Evil Sloth. Oh, wait, the Fat Evils. Oops, okay. The Fat Evil Sloth. You know what? I'm looking at names all the time. I have a couple seconds usually to... Oh. A couple seconds to infer what it is. And about, I would say 70% of the time I'm wrong. But 30% of the time I'm able to interpret what they're trying to go for. You know, everybody gets a different name at birth, and who am I to judge them? J. Dunce. Mr. Rocket. Camp Progress comes back in. Rocco first says that medium 75 has a right to be upset after getting flanked like that. Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, it's one of those things where you're driving at a tank and you think you're in a very good spot. And you always tell your team, like, hey, try to keep us updated on marks and stuff. And in most situations, there are infantry in the area, except that usually there's like a chain of communication needs to get back to the tank. If the AT player sees it, then they gotta tell it to their squad lead, and maybe their squad lead's talking, and their squad lead goes, wait, what was that? Hey, there's a tank. Okay, can you ping it? And they look at the map, they don't see the ping. They go, can you ping it again? And then think about it, like during that whole time, seconds are flying by. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. And then finally the squad lead says, okay, hey, I marked it. And then the squad lead has to say, hey, tank crew, there's a tank by you, or there's a tank coming up this way, and then maybe the tank crew is talking, and then the tank crew has to go, wait, what was that? You said something about a tank? And then they go, oh yeah, check your maps for easy mark. And they look at the maps, go, I don't see easy mark. All that compounds very quickly, everybody. I mean, the clock doesn't stop. It's going by like this. Another rocket heads down. I think that's a, what is that down there? It's heavy? Yeah, it's a Tiger. Okay. Tiger pulls back to the other way, Dodger 2, and gets a salvo bomb, a pistol. Oh, guns him down immediately. Oh, let's see. Guan Minguin trying to dismantle here real quick. Double dismantle. Bombing runs out his way. Oh, it's on the other side. Okay, they're good. Nobody in sight. But yeah, that's the tricky thing about the... Oh my god, for a second I thought they were just repairing and not dismantling. Mamma mia. But yeah, that could be the tricky part about the whole communication thing. Is that I mean, seconds can fly by real fast. And then by the time the tank hears it, the enemy's already behind him or something. You'd be amazed at the communication delays that can happen in the course of a match. Tiger pokes out. Oh, and they nail it. Not sure if that was a 76. It was a 76. Cleared on this side of the church. The other jumbo back here, double repaired. Wondering if that tank crew... Oh no, both of them get gunned down to the rears. Nice KMD TTV. Throwing a smoke grenade. Underhand. Looking to place the satchel now. Oh my gosh. Another satchel on an Allied tank. Mamma mia. And the 76 is going to roll forward as a solo. Oh, that's a 75. 75, okay. Bad Intentions has a lot of bodies, but the 75 steers away from the church. I thought they were going to go right up to it. John Foreskin jumps out. I think it may be too late. He's looking for the satchel. He's looking. Oh, he's not going to find it. No! Down goes John Foreskin. And the church gets totally cleared. Victorios. The only one inside of here. Panzer IV coming around. So the Allies lose 2 jumbos in the past 3 minutes, pretty much. We have an airhead marker somewhere. But I saw an airhead marker. Maybe not. Artillery batter flickers. We have Bitcoin up there dueling it out with the commander will be. Precision. Oh. Panzer IV has moved off from that mark. Ben up into the top of the church. Panzer IV still cruising about. Papa Bear Baker. Panzer IV goes to the right. Mongo with AT2. Boom! Panzer IV sees 2 rockets go. One to the front, one to the back. They hit a tree. Gonna present an opportunity for the infantry. I crack myself up. Supplies falling over there to the top north. The Pepsi, St. Pepsi is giving it. Oh no, this is not St. Pepsi. This is Pinoco. Setting up a deep loot red zone garrison so they can leak some SLs up here to the north. I mean, if I was the Axis, I would be sending somebody to pretty much sprint right through here and go set up their OP south of Cemetery, then push all north. Because this is where the Allies are launching from. I would send Pinoco right, just a straight beeline for Cemetery. Or at least one SL. Overload that OP, and then you can push on forward and try to clear some of those frontline spawns. "33 minutes. Smoke down the road. 75 takes 1 shot. Going to back up. Oof. That one was close. Now this Panzer IV may think about pushing this. Oh man, going over the searchlight, baby. They're not taking the easy route. They want to put on a little bit of a show. Panzer IV is going to push. Nope, maybe not, maybe not. I don't know what they're doing. Yo, man, they are taking one of the most difficult driving routes I've ever seen, bro. Woo. They are not making this easy on themselves. Another rocket to the right. No. And Terry fires short. Crazy boots. Oh. Heads back to the redeploy screen for more rockets, most likely. Panzer IV is going to keep going. Well, driver maybe a little bit too. Driver's had a little bit too much sauce tonight. .75 begins to back up. And keep in mind, everybody, this has just been one cap. One cap this entire. Oh, there's the finishing rocket. And that was Terry coming in with the finishing shot. Go to POV of Terry. Yeah, just keep in mind this is one cap. Which makes this very interesting considering how many times B&T has gotten close to taking SME. Terry. Gonna turn on the bottom ticker for a little bit. See who we got coming in as the top fraggers. Minutes. Cap nearing the 50% mark. St. Pepsi has left the commander role. We are down. No, we still got 36. St. Pepsi may have joined a squad to drop some supplies or something. You'll see that sometimes. I mean, I don't do that really anymore. I think everybody's pretty good on the teams I've been on about. Super disciplined, but on these smaller teams where you don't have as many extra bodies, then sometimes the commander needs to just pop out real quick, go support somewhere, maybe put some mines down, and then jump right back into the role. Terry's still alive. Definitely outdoing the HLL competitive average lifespan. When Cambridge last did the study last year, and they sampled, I think it was 25,000 hella loose competitive players. They said the average hella loose lifespan is only 2.3 minutes. So pretty gnarly. Tiger backs up. Camp progress still going in favor of Renegados. It was looking good for BNT.
Remember, if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to take a second and hit that like button if you could, please. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop those in chat. And if you're interested in competitive Hell Let Loose, you can check out the Discord link in the video description, where you can sign up as a console or PC recruit today.
Tigers down the main road. Camp progress stalls for BNT. We still got two jumbos. No, 175 and a jumbo. Satchel goes off on the church, clears it. Camp progress begins an artillery battery. Just got a few blueberries back there. The Allies, I mean, they keep getting close. They just run out of steam, man. Yeah, I mean, the Axis win the gunfights when they absolutely need to win them. We've seen those tanks get satcheled. and then they push the Allies back, and the Allies have to restart all over again. Our Allies are bringing up armor again, and now we have to see if they're able to capitalize on this. They got infantry down to the bottom, some to the top. But now the Axis are responding. Just a few blueberries over there by artillery battery. Nothing too crazy. And the Axis tanks are able to stall the Allied armor from pushing too much because, well, they know they're here. And the jumbo pushes up and they're too exposed. Well, they're going to get Baba Badooied pretty quickly. Now we have 2 Tigers for the Axis approaching. One to the right, one to the left, everybody. Ready to strike at these Allied tanks should they decide to push. Although they got to make a decision quick, because the Allies are stacking cap weight here. Rockets are coming in. 75 backs up after getting hurt. Is 76 in the circle? No, they are not. Circle's on the west side, okay. Nixer jumps out, gonna do some repairs. Bad intentions, still getting it just barely. I have a feeling, though, that a satchel's on the church. Satchel's on the church, maybe? Oh, tomato! Guns went down. Bombing run is on its way. This will be a bad intentions bombing run over here to the rears. Will be coming at a nice angle. Unfortunately, nobody's really home. .75 is pushing. No, they took one shot to the front. Oh, they're going to try to drive off to the left. Oh, no. Oh, they do cap it. I wasn't even paying attention to the cap weight. Already bad intentions. Caps it goes up 3-1. A little bit of cap pressure on 4th. Oh, we got another. We got a Flipperooski. They lose the medium, but the spawn is on 4th already. Oh my gosh, they got a chance. They got 3 outposts right there. They're going to overload these real quick. I wasn't even looking, buddies. Cap Cup, everybody's committing. Oh my gosh, say Pepsi, buddy. You got a problem back here. Mamma mia, bad intentions committing everything. They got a front door garrison as well. Transport truck down to the south from Wanted. Rolling up there towards the middle. Oh my gosh. Okay, they got to stack the circle. They know that. They just got to stack the circle. Don't spread out too much, buddies. Just get that cap weight. Get that cap weight. They got 3 OPs to play off. They got another squad coming up on the border. They're starting to move out of the circle, which is going to present an opportunity for Renegados to just go sector for sector on the camp pressure. Wowee, wow. Nice commitment here from the Allies. I wasn't even looking. I was so focused on SME and the 75 push on that Tiger. I think they even wanted to distract the streamer and not let them know about their plans. Renegados steaming back. The Raspberries got to be careful. They need the circle cap weight. They don't want to die. They want to let Renegados run towards them. Gotta be careful here, buddies. You got a really unique opportunity. Because all Renegados needs is maybe 10 seconds of hold here on 4th, and they can recap SME. Renegados rushing back forward. Oh, doggy. How many bodies they got by the church? Just a few. Renegados. Will they go down 1-4 from being up 3-2 for a majority of the match? No, it flickers at the last second. No, and Renegados goes down 1-4. Bad intentions already on 5th with an OP. But that's not going to be as serious, though. Just gang it. But still, it's going to scare... It'll scare Renegados. Gang in here in the middle of the circle. Gonna load up the OP temporarily. Yep, OP's right there on point. Airhead called in. Oh my gosh, Commander Save Pepsi has to be like, oh, what is going on, everybody? What just happened? Caught me by total surprise. Oh no, Pinico's all the way in the back line with the supply truck. Dropping supply. They got supplies over ready by 5th, but obviously those are going to be a long time from being useful, if at all, this matchup. Okay, the Axis respond towards 5th. They got Quintino coming over here towards Hardcap to deal with this Airhead. Redbeard's in the area. Even the armor is jumping out of tanks. They're like, hey, we lost the medium. We'll jump on the attack, see what we can make happen. Very good coordination here from BNT. Airhead waiting. Quintino. And takes care of it. Very nice. Well done by BNT. It was such a good double whammy that I didn't even notice. That's how good it was. And I'm pretty good at picking up on things, but that didn't even look. It's almost they had a bunch of Harry Potter invisibility cloaks on them. Jay Dunce fires a rocket down the road and nails at the back of the P4. Cap progress will continue here. But Renegados can't get too greedy on Gamboville. They gotta take care of 5th. What a flip-a-rooski. Mamma mia. Okay, everything looks good here. They wiped the OPJ Dunce. Yeah, okay. And that is it. All right, so the Axis will take a deep breath, and they will focus on getting everything back in order. Supply truck still around to the rears. And Pintino or Pinico may have boxes left, I'm assuming. But it is an SL, and we'll be able to place down the outposts, if anything, and get us to new garrisons. Berlota. Orozco or Rocco first says you want 5 tank crews, 2 heavies and 3 mediums rush and park in hardcap. Force it and the mediums rush the reset OPs and flow back to infantry after being picked off. With 36 players, there's not too many ATs in a single spot at the same time. Mom, put me in the strats department. Yeah, I mean, you gotta, I mean, the thing is that if you commit that many people in a 36 matchup to being in tanks, let's visualize that for a moment. You have 2 heavies, 3 mediums, okay? So let's say you have full tankers. That's 6, that's 9, that's 12 bodies. That's a third of your team in tanks, okay? There's a few things you gotta hope on. You have to hope that you have enough fuel, number 1. You have enough vehicle spots, number 2. Supply trucks, transport trucks, timing of all that. Then you have to hope that you have really good map control, and you don't need infantry to protect certain garrisons, outposts, frontline positions, that kind of thing, okay? So let's assume you have all that, okay? Then, oh, hold on, oh. Good gunfights. We're gonna have some cap progress here on 4th. Got a tugger coming down to the bottom. But okay, so you have all that. Then yeah, you're depending on the enemy team to not have good Rocketeers, not make those call-outs to get Rocketeers, Satcheliers, all that kind of stuff. It could work. I mean, if you have excellent coordination amongst all the tank crews, and they have just, I mean, they're all in sync. I mean, it could work out. I wouldn't say 100%, maybe 75%. It could give it a 75%, give it probably C+ overall grade at the end of all of it. Probably could get some work done. However, if you do rush all that, and I mean the enemy's going to respond. They're going to drop a bombing run, precision strike, track the tanks. AT's going to come out, pump you with rockets, especially since Rocketeers have 3 rockets now. And after all that, you gotta be able to. Tankers have to be able to respond quickly, jump into infantry squads, and because they're gonna lose some, obviously. Then you got to keep in mind tanks not running into each other, not hitting objects. A lot that goes on. I know it sounds simple, but you're committing a lot of resources to a big push. And I mean, the biggest wild card in there is map control. If you don't have that many infantry bodies, and you're trying to stack tanks like that, then you better be praying that your fraggers are lights out playing, man. And they're able to hold the ground while they keep losing people to back them up. Because then once you bring that many bodies and put them in tanks and you're losing out, if you lose outposts, then there's nobody to replace them, or there's less people to defend them. And it just gets really iffy. The situation gets really rocky. But if you're playing on a map like Foy, where you don't have to worry about depending on infantry holding certain lanes, or as many lanes as, or houses, or that kind of thing, then it can be a little bit easier to maximize tank crews, because then tanks can help cover a large majority of ground without worrying about getting AT'd, satcheled, all those things they worry about maps, I guess. I mean, very map dependent, I would say, for how you load up your armor crews. All right, so if you're just joining me, everybody, we just saw our, let's take a quick count here. 1, 2, 3, third cap of the game. And believe it or not, the Axis were up 3-2 for about 70 minutes, maybe 65 minutes. And the Allies pull a little flipperooski, capped SME, have bodies ready to go on 4th, cap 4th, and now they're up 4-1 in a blink of an eye, it almost feels like. Tigers dueling it out with the 76 down to the bottom. Trying to fire through those tree branches. Oh, that Jumbo 75, not Jumbo 76, it's 75. Tiger. One shot in. $75 will back up, though. They should be okay. Tiger back here taking some rockets. Jay Dunce being an absolute menace tonight. Tiger's going to push up. Nope, they're going to go over to the left. Cap progress began on the prairie, but it's literally just one raspberry. Renegados pretty much fully committed. The Tiger gets sniped, or one of them does. Okay, Renegados will be down to 1 heavy. Cap progress still continuing on 5th. I mean, it's so bad that the... Wait, I don't think that's an Axis bombing run. That's an LA bomber. I think he's trying to get... Yeah, I think Will B's trying to get the front door garrison. Okay, they're calling bodies back. I was like, hey... You know, some points during the match, you want to just call onto the team, be like, hey guys, 5th, don't forget about 5th. And that spawn wave is proving to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. Chart, Gang, and Campo. Brazilian nuke. On Mac. Bombing run coming in from Renegados. Garrison has been marked, but it's not there. It is not anywhere. Garrison to the east, south. Somebody may have already taken it out. Precision strike landing. Over here by this Tiger. P-47's coming on in. I think it's going to be a little bit off. Oh, yeah. Okay. Tiger's moved out of the way. They're going to be okay for right now. 12 minutes left. One tank crew member gets gunned down. Another kite trying to repair. They're a little bit exposed. I would Maybe move them. Maybe move up somewhere else. Just to move away from that gap a little bit. So if I were Renegados right now, I would think about... Okay, looks like Commander St. Pepsi's actually back there ready to go. Will be inspecting SME, maybe dismantling some garrisons. But they got to... I mean, BNT's looking really healthy around SME, even if they were to lose Gambleville. St. Pepsi going for that quick 4-point play. I think he's going to need a half-track, though. Fortunately, he's already committed. Supplies are already ready. He's right by him. Ooh, 2 rockets, Campo. Oh, and a 3rd from Swift. Oh, a triple whammy, and the Panzer IV goes blah. Oh. Brutal. Oh, look at that. It's a Baba-Dooey. Damn. Ghana takes out Crazy Boots. And we do have a 76 that looped around. Oh, I missed it. They lost that second Tiger, didn't they? Yep, they sure did. Oh my gosh, the 75 looped around. 75. Odoncito. No doubt. Wants to take out his anger at that Jumbo 75. Marking it repeatedly. Yelling at Commander St. Pepsi to drop a P-strike on it. Maybe 4 P-strikes at one time. Satchel's placed.
Bienvenido.
Oh, yeah, he's pissed. Oh, he is so pissed. I can feel the anger. Jumbo 75 gets taken out. P-strike down to the bottom. Let's go take a look. It's going to be... Oh, P-strike's way off. Oh. Yeah, 76 has moved way beyond that. Oh. Under 10 minutes left to go, everybody. St. Pepsi holding him by St. Miraculous will be just... Well, driving up a half-track. Just, oh, man, just making sure SME is all as good as it can possibly be. You know, Gambleville is a bonus at this point. If you lose it, it's not a big deal. Just got to hold SME, buddy. A win is a win. BNT holding strong. Oh man, what a flip of the script, everybody. Holy shnikes. Recon tank down to the far south. I mean, you talk about grinding and grinding for the church from BNT standpoint, and then most likely it was Kafka. I have no doubt it was Kafka. Pretty sure it's Kafka that says, "Hey, I'm gonna go for 4th. Does anybody want to join me? We can get 3rd. I'm based. We got this." And so then the rest of B&T says, yes, Kapka, you are very based. You embrace max level Gaiot, and you can go for fourth. So a couple buddies join him for go for fourth, and they do a little shake. They do their famous max level Gaiot handshake over there in bottom HQ, jump in the recon tank, head down to the bottom near Gamboville, and they set up that. But they get the rope. They sit in Gamboville. Nice little road rage here by the Puma. And then once the cap comes in, Captain goes, all right, everybody, whip them out. And they slam their OPs on the ground. And they make that call for the all-in. And there we go. Going from down 2-3 to 4-1 in a 3, 4, 5 minutes, essentially. Unbelievable. Artillery strikes called on the hard camp. St. Pepsi getting a little bit desperate here to see if he can just break apart this B&T defense. Meanwhile, Will B is over by, or well, he was by SME. Just putting the finishing touches on his perfect defense. Priest. And for those of you who don't know, in B&T's code word for making those sorts of plays is in the, max level Gaiot. They will yell that in command chat, and then everybody knows what it means. They get a surge of adrenaline throughout their body as they it just really raises your heart rate by about 30% usually if you say that.
Ball satchel.
Satchel's placed on the building. Jay Dunce gets strafed. No! Nice fragging here. 5 minutes left to go. St. Pepsi forced. I mean, St. Pepsi has to hang out by SME. He has to. There's really no other choice. No! Gets gunned down. There's no point in the commander being by fourth right now. That doesn't help anybody. I mean, if I was St. Pepsi, it's exactly what I would be doing too. I'd be by the church, ready to go, ready to put the garrison down in case we're able to cap. Because time is of the essence. But in this case, B&T is holding strong. Panzer Force trying to loop around. We got a 75. Tank graveyard. 2 Pumas. Panzer 4. Jumbo 75 was here as well, but the Satchel cleared it. Panzer 4 takes care of the medium. Oh, I think the medium's not going to be making it out of here, though. No! And Renegados loses it. Airhead plane called in. It's Airhead plane on the prairie. It's a B from B&T looking to maybe catch Renegados not paying attention. Oh man, St. Pepsi has to be scratching his head like, I was feeling so good about this match. We were flirting with fourth so many times. Cons up. Looking to get the Satchel. Yep, sure did. Satchel gets placed. Airhead called in. It's been marked. Will be with the bombing run Airhead combination. Airhead lands, but the blueberries are going to be all over it. And it should be taken care of momentarily. Going Dead blueberries right by it, actually. About to get putting a satchel by it? What are you doing back here? Oh, Airhead's right there. What's going on? Oh, he's setting up the MG. Castaway. Castaway's just going to dismantle. Be like, come on, guys. Just dismantle. There he goes. You know, Dot the MG player's like, oh, man. Come on, bro. I wanted to mow them all down. I want to pad my stats. Oh. Reinforce was dropped on 4th. Commander will not be able to use his defensive fortress over there by SME. I know he really wanted to see a good test on it. But that will be it for tonight, everybody. Congratulations to BNT for pulling out a very surprising 4-1, considering how the first 70 minutes went, or first 60 minutes or so. Very nice turnaround. I would love to hear that command chat comm replay. I can make a nice little cool video out of that one. But Kapka, if you have that, buddy, feel free to send it on over. Anybody that was on 4th. As not to quote Kapka too much, but no doubt he was like very based, everybody. Very, very based. And then they are no doubt going to celebrate the BNT Discord tonight after this very nice 4-1. Very nice, buddies. Yeah, congratulations to BNT once again. For those of you just joining me, we had a nice 3 capture matchup. I highly recommend checking out that Flipper Rooski. That happened with about 25 minutes left to go or so. Something around there. A work of art by Bad Intentions. And that will be it tonight, everybody. Tomorrow we're going to be having a quad header. It's going to be starting at around 2:30 or so p.m. And we're going to run it all the way until about 10. So it's going to be a nice 8.5 hour streaming montage tomorrow with a whole bunch of good matches. I'll get that thumbnail published tomorrow morning sometime. Give commends to Commander St. Pepsi. And that will be it. Alrighty, buddy. Thank you for joining me. And if you enjoyed the stream, be sure to hit that like button before you take off. If you have any questions, go and drop a comment below. And I will see you next time. Oh, one second. I got one more question here from Rokos. Building rep stations when you have a double tap set ready, 76 penned, and the other tank is a medium. Both Tigers just... Oh, yeah. I don't like to judge from the outside, but you never know what could be going on in communications as far as, or what intel they have. But, okay. Everybody, well, thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.